Jonty, thanks for the time. I know you should have been here. That's okay. I'll forgive you. But I want you to tell me who amongst the Africans we should get excited about.
Well, I think it's an interesting one. Obviously, you've got Egypt, who have one of the moment probably the top 3 players in the world, Mohamed Salah, in their ranks. That's pretty exciting in itself that he's done so well and represented Africa so well for Liverpool this season, obviously reaching the Champions League final and scoring so many goals in England. The only issue with him, obviously, is his fitness. He damaged his shoulder quite badly in that Champions League final, and will he be fit? If he's fit and firing, I think Egypt have a fantastic chance of getting out of a group that contains hosts Russia and Saudi Arabia, who of course played the opening match in a few hours. They're I believe the 2 lowest ranked teams in the tournament, and then Egypt play Uruguay tomorrow. So I think Egypt, if they have Salah fit, have a great chance of getting out of that group, if they get into the last 16 at least. If they don't, then they get other players like Mohamed El-Nani are going to have to come to the fore. Then moving on from that, obviously there's 2 other North African teams, Morocco, who are coached, of course, by Hervé Renard, the Frenchman who wears a very fine white shirt every game he plays, and who, of course, won the Africa Cup of Nations with Zambia, won it also with Ivory Coast, so he knows how to coach at a tournament. Morocco, a guy like Hakim Ziyech, a very good playmaker who plays in Amsterdam with Ajax. They're also in a very tough group with Portugal and Spain, although perhaps Spain, who sacked their coach, of course, yesterday, with the disarray in that camp, may give Morocco more than a glimmer of hope of getting out of that group. Moving on, you've got obviously Tunisia in a group with England and Belgium. It's going to be very tough for them, I think, to get out of that group. And then Nigeria and Senegal, the 2 West African representatives of the competition. Nigeria, perhaps those 2, made up of some great individuals, like you've got Chelsea's Victor Moses, who plays for Nigeria. John Obi McCann, of course, who won everything there was to win with Chelsea. Ian Acho, the former Manchester City, now Leicester City striker. They're full of talent. Senegal as well. Sadio Mane, again, part of that amazing front 3 at Liverpool this season. Cheikhou Kouyaté, a dynamo in the midfield. And Kalidou Koulibaly at the back there. He's one of the most coveted central defenders in the world. Sure. So they've got a very good spine there. The problem with those sides is sometimes the individuals don't make up the team, and they don't always pull it together. And Nigeria in a very difficult group. Obviously, they've got Messi's Argentina, and they've got Croatia and Iceland, so that's going to be tough for them. But I do fancy Nigeria to sneak out of that group, and perhaps they can reach the quarterfinals. And Senegal, maybe they can get. I'm not sure if they can get out of that group. That's kind of one of the more even groups with Colombia and Japan, also India. That's one of the more even groups.
Just a little point of correction, Jonty. So Mohamed Salah didn't injure his shoulder. He was injured by Sergio Ramos. I've got to put it out there.
Godfrey, I've seen a few angles of that, and I know that Liverpool fans will vehemently disagree, but I don't know. I think maybe...
a lot of African fans as well. Let's talk about the betting trends that we've seen so far. What are you seeing? Where is the money going in terms of who is going to take this cup?
Betting trends. Well, I think you can't. Overall, you can't look much further than the likes of Germany, who won it last time, who are obviously always there or thereabouts. I think they've reached more semi-finals than any other team. Brazil have a good team this time around that's been playing together for a long time, qualified very well. They certainly can't be counted out. My pick is the young French team. I just look at that squad and my jaw drops to the floor. They've got so much talent in there. And some people may say they're a bit young to perhaps do it this time around, but I just see the talent in that squad, and I think France are going to do it this time. The usual suspects. Spain would have been one of the favourites, but for the fact that they obviously sacked Julen Lopetegui yesterday. So I don't know if Fernando Hierro has taken over, and whether they can just settle into a rhythm and play their usual brand of passing football and dominate, like they obviously did in 2010 when they won the World Cup in South Africa. We'll have to wait and see. But those are it's your usual suspects. Perhaps Belgium, who have such a talented squad. but who have underachieved so far. But maybe they can live up to their reputation this time around.